Order. The question is that the amendment be agreed to. I call the member for Tangney.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and I'd like to commend the member for Moore and this motion. Australia's healthcare system is in turmoil thanks to Labor, shortages in staff and beds. Healthcare workers are stretched to their limits due to staff shortages and are required to work long and extra shifts. Without these people in our society, we just could not function. Therefore, we need to look after them and look out for them. One of the most common causes of physical, pathological and psychological injuries for many healthcare workers is from needle stick and sharps. In 2012, the ECRI Institute reported needle stick injuries as one of the top 10 hazards for doctors, nurses and other healthcare workers. Australia lags behind countries such as the United States, Canada and the European Union, who have all mandated measures to reduce sharps injuries. We can do better. Our healthcare workers are at high risk of blood-borne viruses, namely hepatitis B and C and HIV. The first in line of defence is rigorous infection control and safe, sharp policies and procedures. Safety-engineered medical devices, when combined with relevant education and training, have been found to significantly reduce sharps injuries. This has been highlighted by the introduction of safety-engineered medical devices into 6 clinical areas at Sir Charles Gairdner Hospital in Perth. Before the trial started in 2008, it was noted that WA Tertiary Hospital, Sir Charles Gairdner, had the highest rate of total occupational exposure at 0.15 per occupied bed days. The industry standard is 0.06 per occupied bed days. Within 9 months of implementing the safety-engineered medical devices, there was an overall 54% reduction in needle stick injuries. At the end of 2012, Sir Charles Gairdner had reduced the total occupational exposure rate to 0.05 per occupied bed days and is now the leading hospital in WA in reducing body substance exposure to staff. An economic evaluation carried out by the Medical Technology Association of Australia to estimate the annual cost savings of implementing safety-engineered medical devices in all Australian hospitals found an average cost savings of $18.6 million per year. This estimate did not include costs of post-exposure prophylaxis or treatment costs for hepatitis C or HIV. Therefore, needle stick and sharp injuries are a huge expense to our healthcare system, and for this reason alone deserves action. Thanks to the Labor government, we have no money, just debt. Our hospitals are crying out for funding, but there is no more to give. We need to focus our spending efficiently. Investment into welfare of our healthcare workers is a sound and prudent investment. In Canada alone, 6 out of 10 provinces have occupational health and safety regulations mandating the use of safety-engineered medical devices. They can see the importance of these devices in protecting their workers. We need to do the same. I call on the government to immediately improve the safety of our healthcare workers and bring Australia up to the standards of other Western countries. We can do better. Benchmarking against international best practice is what is required. Nothing short of the best is good enough for our frontline heroes. The standards that other nations have put in place to contain safeguards to protect workers against health hazards caused by blood-borne pathogens. 62 to 88% of sharps injuries can potentially be prevented by the use of safer medical devices. While the exposure of blood-borne pathogens is one of the most deadly hazards that nurses face on a daily basis, it is also one of the most preventable. With the rapid development of technology and engineering controls, prevention is becoming easier and easier. By using safer devices, institutions will not only protect workers, but will also save money. Safer needle devices can cost from cents to dollars more than standard devices, but prices continue to decrease with increased market competition and technology. Prevention is cost-effective. We can do better. We owe it to our doctors and nurses, and simple steps make big differences. And finally, I'd like to once again commend Dr Washer for this motion and a host of other work that he has done in this place.
Order. The question is that the amendment be